Okay, enter screen. Can you see the screen now? Ernest, can you see my screen? Okay. So I'm opening my Excel. It should tell me when. Okay, that's opened. You can see this, the Excel. Okay. So basically, this is when you open Microsoft Excel. This is how the interface looks like. So maybe before we even look at the interface, since I asked you, uh, both of you, about your level of Excel, and both of you said you're beginners. So let me start by explaining to you what Microsoft Excel is, what it does, what is useful, and why it is a powerful tool for you to know how to use. To start with, except Ernest, she told me you're working in M&E. I'm sure you've got a laptop. Brian, do you have access to a laptop? Okay, so when you after class, I'll be giving you something to practice on, because to be honest, anything in life that you learn, you can only know it well if you practice it. You can't hear me? Okay, am I clear now? Okay, so I was saying that in life, regardless of what you learn, for you to be good at that thing, you need to practice it. Even sports like footballers, for them to be, Messi, the Ronaldos that we see, for them to be that good, they practice. It's the same way with Excel. I can teach you Excel right now and you can learn it, but if you don't practice it, 2 weeks from now, you'll be relearning Excel. So the first thing is, it's good you've got laptops. I'll be giving you some work to do after each class for just practice purposes. It's not a test or an assignment. It's just some work to help you practice to get to familiarize yourself with Excel. Is that understood? Okay. So Excel is a powerful tool that is very broad. So if you look at many softwares, they have various uses. Like, you can do a lot of things on one software. Now, Excel is a software that is, I think, it's one of the broadest softwares in this world, because the things you can do with Excel are too many. To be honest, other than the people that invented Excel, I think there are very few other people in the world that can say they know 50% of Excel, because it is too broad to know even 50%. However, because we can't know all of it, and even if we know all of it, it would be a bit pointless, because we may not actually use some of the things that, uh, the formulas that it comes with, because maybe it's not in our work area. For example, unless you said you are in M&E, right? Brian, what do you do? Okay, so you're doing mathematics and statistics. So even Excel can help you. And we also have Man Alvin. Alvin, you're welcome. What do you do, Alvin? Alvin, can you hear me? Okay, maybe he'll tell us later. So the reason I want to know what you guys do is so that even as I'm explaining, I can be giving examples according to your fields for you to be able to relate with what we're teaching. So, fortunately, I happen to be quite knowledgeable in many fields, because I've worked in different industries and the like. So I'll try by all means to give examples close to something that you can relate with. So, like I was saying, Excel does many things. So, like for Ernest, who's doing M&D, she uses Excel maybe to do indicator tracking tables, or maybe to do your M&E plan, or for data collection. for data analysis, for mathematics. I'm sure since I did mathematics, I didn't do mathematics up to your level, but I'm sure it's got way more complex formulas than the calculus that we did. So you can apply those formulas in Excel to help you just do your job faster. So I won't get much into what you can do and cannot do with Excel because we'll get there as we go. But today's lesson, like I have shared in the chart, if you're able to just look at the chart here, today we'll just look at the uses of Excel, like I've explained. We'll look at the interface of Excel, we'll look at the spreadsheet orientation and the ribbons and tabs. That's basically what we're going to look at today. So let's start with the interface. So this is how Excel looks like. Excel is made up of two things. It's made up of rows and it's made up of columns. If you look on the top here, we have A, B, C, D going all this way. Okay, let me stop sharing and try and start sharing again. Can you see the Excel sheet now? Brian, can you see the Excel sheet? Okay, okay, you do that. We'll give you just 1 minute to wait for you so that we can start together. Are you able to see the Excel sheet now? Okay. So, like I was saying, Excel itself is made up of two things. It's a combination of rows and columns. If you look at on top here where the cursor is, I'm sure you can see these letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and so on, right? Okay, then going down here, we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on, right? Yes, so if I go down with these numbers go down all the way up to about 100 and no, this is actually 1,048,576. That's how far they go down. Then going this side where there's letters, after we reach Z, they'll start combining it to be AA, AB, AC, and so on until we reach three letters, which is the XFD, which is also a huge range. So whatever we do in Excel will be done with these rows and columns. So basically, these going down, these are our rows where our numbers are, and on left to right here on the letters, these are called columns. Now, where the column and the row intersect, it is called a cell. So if I click here, have you seen this part where I have painted red? Can you see that part I've painted red here? This red box or all these boxes are called cells. So this box is a cell, just like this box and this box. Now, what is a cell? A cell is where the rows and the column meet. So every cell has got a name, and the name of that cell is the column in which that cell is against the row. So, for example, this cell, which is in red, it's in which column? I need an answer from you. It's in which column? Feel free to try. There's no. Pardon? Correct. It's in column G. What about row? It's in which row? Correct. So it's in, if I highlight the column G, the red one is in column G. If I highlight row number 6, the red box is in row number 6. So it's in column G, row number 6, right? Yes? Is the question? Okay. So because it's in column G and row 6, it means the name of this cell is, we always start with the column and then the cell. So the column letter and the cell number. So this column is basically in, the name of this column is G, because in column G and number 6. So this is G6. And if we go here where the mouse is, you will see it's written G6. So if I click on any cell, the name of the cell is going to come here. So if I click here, for instance, you'll see it's written P8, meaning it's in column P, row number 8. If I paint this one red, this is written K11, meaning it's in column K, row number 11. So basically, everything we do will be done in cells, of which a cell is a combination, is an intersection of a column and a row, and it has a name. All the cells, wherever I click, they always have a name, and the name will be the column letter with the corresponding column number. This one I have painted. Anis, what's the name of this cell? You can't see these red dots I've put. Let's try again. Let me stop sharing and I'll start sharing again. Alvin, can you see the Excel columns? I'm now sharing. Anes, can you see the red cells? Okay, I think it's your network. I'm sure you'll be able to. I hope the recording will be sent and be able to go through to just help you see. Yeah, but basically, you can just turn the class so you can hear the explanation. So that when you start seeing now, it will add up. Yeah. So basically, this is what rows are. This is what cells are: an intersection of the row and the column. So whatever action that we perform will be performed in this white area, which is a combination of a row and a column. That's basically the layout. Now, when we come on top here where there's home, insert, page layout, these are called ribbons. And under each ribbon, there are tabs. So if you go on the home ribbon, it's got these tabs. If I click on the insert ribbon, it will have these tabs with different functions and options. If I click on page layout, it will have different tabs and so on and so forth. So whatever you're looking for will be under these ribbons. Whatever you want will be under this ribbon. If it's inserting, it will be under uh, the ribbons. So now, if you look at the Excel itself, how to input data. Whenever I click on a cell, you can type on your keyboard anything and it will be typed in the cell. As you can see, are you able to see that, Brian? Ernest, can you see it now? Okay. You'll be able to see it. I'm sure it's just your network. You'll be able to see it when you share your when you share the recording. So all you do if you want to write in a cell is just click on the cell, write inside. Whatever information you click, you can write in the cell. If it's numbers, you can put numbers in the cell. Now, for these numbers and letters, if I go back the same cell and let's say, let me remove this so that I give a practical example. If I write the word dog in this cell like that, if maybe I made a mistake, I want it to be dogs. I forgot to add s. If I click in the cell and press s, it deletes everything. Why? Because it's telling me I want to edit the cell. So if you want to edit the cell, what you do is you go here where there's whatever you write here will be displayed in the formula bar. Then you can add your letter S. It's too bad Ernest cannot see this, but I'm sure when you follow the recording, you'll be able to see it and it will hopefully make sense. So when it comes to editing of cells, you don't just click on the cell and put uh, and edit the data because it will delete everything which was in the cell. Instead, you go to that cell, like the way it's dog, it will be displayed in the formula bar. When you click on the formula bar here, you can now edit and put whatever you want and it will apply. So basically, this is how you edit cells. Under the home tab here, that's why we just have formatting where we can change, like the way I put red dots here. If I go here, I can change the color and just change, it's why we just format in terms of color, what handwriting I want the text to be, what size I want here on the font, just like in Microsoft Excel. If I want it to be in the middle. So it's basically just formatting to say, how do I want the data that I'm writing to be presented? When we go to insert here, this is where now we'll be adding things like graphs, pie charts, which we shall look at much, much later. And when we go on page layout, we'll look at the orientation of the page, which we'll also hopefully look at much, much later. But I will not give you so much information. Uh, like you said, because they're beginners, I'll just give you the essential information for now for you to understand. Once you understand this, it will be easy for you to also understand uh, what's going to follow. So before we move on to the next part, the brief thing is that Excel is made of what? Rows and columns. And in the intersection of the row and the column is called a cell. And each cell has a cell number. And if you want to input any data, data is put in the cell that you've highlighted. So time will come when, like for Brian, who's a mathematician, when we want Excel to perform mathematical functions for us. For example, if I wanted to do 1 plus 1, I can say 1 plus 1 like I've written. Can you see that, Brian? Can you see 1 plus 1? If I press enter, it will give me the answer. You've seen that changed to 2, right? Excel can carry out any mathematical operation that you tell it to carry out. If I say 10 times 96, I press enter, it's giving me the answer. Not so. Alternatively, I can just write them in different cells like that and say is equal to this cell times this cell. It will should give me the answer. So we'll not go much into mathematical computations because that is for the not the next class, but the other class. This one is just to orient you to know how the interface of Excel looks like, what it's used for, how to write in the cell, and what these tabs mean. For now, we'll just focus on the home tab and the insert tab, where we're going to insert graphs and charts later in the classroom, and the home tabs where, if the way I read the word dog, if I want to change the handwriting of this dog, I can come here and change the handwriting. I can make it bigger by increasing the font. You can see the dog is getting bigger, right? Yes. If I want to change the letters dog, like if let's say I don't want them to be in black, I can go on dog here, I can go here, I can make them red or yellow or any color of my choosing. So here it's just a matter of editing. So the most important takeaway is that we write in a cell. A cell is the intersection of a column and a row. That's basically the interface. For the tabs and ribbons, we have looked at the tabs and the ribbons. And we said on top here, you find the tabs, which is home, insert, sorry, you find the ribbons, which is home, insert, page layout, and so on. And under each ribbon, there are tabs like clipboard, font, alignment. These are the tabs that fall under this ribbon. And we shall look at what to do with these tabs as we go on. But basically, this is uh, how the Excel interface looks like. I know there'll be no much questions from Ernest because she's not able to see. But after I share the video, please go through it, watch it, then you can ask questions even in the group and we'll be able to respond. So I'll try to not keep this video very long because I want you to consume the data and be able to understand it. So maybe on your end, Brian, do you have any question you can ask? Everything that I've showed you comes with the Excel software. There's nothing to download. So once you have Excel, you're going to have all these things. Any other question? Alvin, do you have a question? Yes. Okay. 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 Where are you located? Namara district. Okay, that's fine. No, like I mentioned before you joined, this course is designed to help people from beginner level, such as Brian and Ernest, who've joined the class, all the way until we have our advanced section, our advanced sessions. So I'm sure it will be of help to you, and I'm sure you'll be able to catch up. So today we're just looking at the interface and bringing them up to speed with how the interface looks like. Then tomorrow now we'll go into a bit more details on what we can do with Excel. So I don't want to keep this video long so that I can give Ernest, who didn't see the screen share, chance to watch it uh, and ask questions. You're also free to ask questions in the group, and we'll be able to assist you. If there's no other if there's no other question, we'll end here for now. I'll share the recording this same evening. You can watch it. You can send a message in the group, and we'll respond to you and uh, bring you up to speed. So thank you so much. Tomorrow we use the same link at the same time, 19 hours. Tomorrow we'll dive a little bit deeper now. But today we've covered the uses of Excel, we've looked at the interface, we've had our orientation of the spreadsheet, and we've looked at the tabs and ribbons. So like I mentioned, I'll give small assessments or small practice uh, uh, tasks for you to just help you practice. So if you don't have time to do them, that's fine. But if you have time to do them, you can do them just to help you practice. So if there's no question, we'll end here. You have a good evening. Thank you.